Peace, peace, peace. Happy Martin Luther King holiday today. I have all these songs I want to sing, and I'm not sure how YouTube flags things. So I wanted to sing Stevie Wonder's Happy Birthday, which in our house is, of course, uh, Mr. Stevie Wonder's beautiful song in honor of Martin Luther King and fighting for the holiday that this country that turns him into coloring pages and commercials did not want to um, did not want to honor him with a national holiday. And that was very recent. I was a kid when that was happening. So I think about Nana Martin. I think about the great many works of his life and how um, much of that work has been simplified and the teeth have been taken out of it for the sake of um, commerce, capitalism, um, oppression, all of those things. So even as I think about Nana Martin and the work he did, and that the work he has seeded that continues to move forward. I think about his work to make sure that we as people are respected and that all people have the right to feel honored and um, have a right to live on the earth as people in community with each other, in community with each other. So even as we think about respectability politics, the question is, whose respect are we seeking? So I'm one of those people who thinks in songs, and um, one of the two of the songs that came up are Kelis's Bossy, and at the very beginning, just as the chords are coming in, she says, "You don't have to like me, but you will respect me." And then I hear, of course, Mama Aretha saying RESPECT. Find out what that means to me. And it's interesting because when I hear Kelly say, "You don't have to like me, but you will respect me," and Mama Aretha saying, "Find out what respect is to me." So my question would be for you: what does respect mean to you? What does it mean if you are respectful of something or someone? And what does it mean when someone offers respect to you? For me, it would be very difficult for you to um, not like me, but respect me. If I'm saying that to you, I'm expecting you to respect my station, my position, what I'm offering, but not necessarily me. And for Mama Aretha to say, find out what that means to me. There may be some variety, of course, because people are unique in how respect is perceived. When I respect someone, I do like things about them. It may not be that I want them to be my best buddy and I want to curl up in their lap and give them hugs all day. But when I respect someone or respect something, I want to honor that person or that space. If there is someone's uh, home or ritual and I respect it, I honor it. I want to give deference to it. I want to make sure that I am taking care of someone's home, that I am not behaving in a way that would not make it peaceful for them. If there is something that a ritual that someone is doing, I'll do my best to be attentive and to learn, to be quiet and to watch, to participate as I'm asked to give my genuine good energy to that ritual, to that practice. So it'd be very difficult to say, you don't have to like me, but you do have to respect me, even though I understand what Sister Khalees is saying. I get it. And I get why she has said it in a space where people did not respect her gifts or and or being a young woman did not respect her and what she's capable of doing. So I know that we will teach children, and it's teach children that you have to give respect to earn respect. But when it comes to respectability politics, that truth does not hold. We are giving respect in a space that is not giving respect to us, or we are behaving in a way believing we will earn respect when what we tell our children is you must give respect to earn respect. You offer it, someone recognizes you as someone with good character, and they feel inclined to respect you in return. It is a mutual thing. Respectability politics is not a mutual space. It is one-sided, it is one way. It is anyone in an oppressive society working very hard to meet the standards of those who restrict the expression and the personhood of those people, of the people that are being oppressed. So when I think of living in a respectful way or ways that are respectful, the question becomes, especially in my communities as an African American woman, the question becomes whose standards are in our minds that are establishing what behaving in a respectful manner is, or where we should be behaving respectfully, or whose respect we are trying to earn. And those standards, those it's almost like ticker tape. Whatever it is that's running through our minds, is it something that is shared in our community? Is it the ethics of our communities, which varies a little bit, but it's pretty steady? Um, the ethics of our communities? Is it the practices found in our communities? The shared practices, even that run across different communities in African American society? Are they the emotions that are found in our communities? And if they're not, they're often alien and we regurgitate them and then we oppress each other with them. My son this weekend asked about the difference between dreads and locks, the names. Why the difference between calling someone's hair locks and calling someone's hair dreadlocks? And so, of course, what I was taught when my hair was locked was that dreadlocks was how locks were spoken of because they were dreadful, and that it was something spoken of all kinds of different locks, that they were dreadful and not nice and not for polite society. And even though I realize in many cases this this appraisal of dreadfulness comes from outside of these locked communities. Many of those people are people who resemble the locked communities. They are people of African descent saying that is dreadful because somewhere these same people were taught that in order to be in polite society, in order to look a certain way and be polished, they had to emulate something that was not them. That this expression of our hair in a natural way, in one of many natural ways, is not uh, it's not classy, it's not polished, it is not presentable. So as we're thinking about this week, I want to share about a few things. Making sure that someone else's foreign script is not running inside our heads. Looking at how to do our best to inoculate our children against this. What we don't get for ourselves, we will pass on to our children. So as we work on respectability politics is very similar to the good girl thing. Um, and the fact that this is something that is often inflicted upon a whole group of people in whichever community it is. I'm an African American woman, so I speak about African American communities. But I know this is something that happens in other communities, in Indian communities, and Native American communities, and all of those things. So for respectability politics, though, it is a systemic, in my case, systemic racism and racist thought and practices that are then inflicted on an entire group. And if you can convince the group to hold those standards in that script, and that group can then oppress themselves. So as we are seeking respect and appreciation, to make sure that we are seeking the respect and appreciation of our communities, of people who share our ethos and pathos and logos, which are just exactly what I said before, our ethics, our laws and practices, and our feelings, our shared feelings, that we are seeking the respect and appreciation of those who would understand, of who we share those values with, and not looking outside of ourselves. The church that I was in when I, as a young adult, graduated from college, moving into my own apartment, the beautiful church, Black church, kind families, a lot of professional African American families. And I remember being at a job fair one time, and I had recently published my own book of poetry, and I had my easel up with my business and all these things, and they were some of the adults were probably my parents' age, so I was in my early 20s, which means they may have been in their late 40s, early 50s. And so at this point, they were advising me against having a name in my business that reflected Blackness or Africanity, because the goal was to appeal to a wide breadth of people. And the interesting thing to me is there are businesses that I've seen repeatedly in communities that I go into that say Celtic this or Irish this or whatever have you, and there's never any concern about it being a mass appeal to a lot of people. So even in that advice of you don't want your business to be too black, whose script was running through the minds of these older adults as they were advising me against naming something that might look too black? So we will look at those things this week. And as everything, any work that we do in one space extends to another, extends to another. So being authentic in yourself as a person leads to authenticity in your community, in your connections, and should spark authenticity in those people as well, so that there's an authentic community that is expressing itself, that is standing on its own, that creates opportunities for itself, so that these external oppressive limitations and thought patterns are not the things that determine how that community moves. So again, this is Reverend Okomfo Walimu, yogi, doula, mama, sister, Adia saying, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.